I've been dancing since I was 6 years old. I started learning Bharatanatyam, and I did my arrangam when I was about 17 or 18 years old. Then I went to college, was on a collegiate dance team, and then came to New York where I've been training in hip hop, Bollywood, kutte, a bunch of different styles. I like to go to a bunch of different workshops with all of the amazingly talented teachers here in New York. Dance has probably been one of the biggest parts of my life. It is definitely my relief from everything else. It's where I get to just like sit back, take a break, and just remember why I'm here and what I'm doing and what brings me joy in life. I always relate it to meditation of sorts. It's kind of a way for me to just feel my body, feel my mind again, relax, take a break from all of the other things that I'm doing during the day. I think as I move through each phase of my life, each relationship that I have with dance through each of those phases, I think it becomes more and more personalized. I start to get more in touch with my culture and my own relationship with how I feel about dance. As a kid, it was definitely something my parents just forced me into. And then in college, it was all about competition and it was all about winning and it was all about being with a team, which was so fun. And then the second I got to New York, it became about me and my growth and how I wanted to be a dancer and what styles I wanted to train in and how I was going to find my own groove and my own way of moving different from everybody else here. And that's when I really started to take more of an interest in South Indian dancing and kutte and Gaana, where I really felt like culturally tied and I really got to just like feel like 100% myself. I think my philosophy with dance truly is like just have fun. I think there's so many ways for it to get competitive, for it to become about 100 different things. And I've been through all of those phases. And the one that I find the most joy in is just having fun and letting it be about showing up to class. Doesn't matter if it's perfect or not. Doesn't matter if you get any of it. Sometimes I'm so mentally off and I don't remember a single step by the end of class. That doesn't mean I didn't have a fun time and I wasn't happy that I went there. And I think it's a mindset thing. Like I could have messed up so much in a class and still had the most fun that I've ever had. And I remember classes like that. Like I remember the classes from years ago where like I just nothing happened, but I came out smiling. And that's truly like what dance means to me is like I always come out smiling at the end of the day, and that's just the goal. I think my philosophy when it comes to creation is about finding out how I move and learning more about that. I think all of my choreographies are very me, as my friends will say. They'll say, like, this is just a combination of a bunch of Sona moves. But truly, it's about finding the things that I like to do, the way that I hear music and feel music. Even my song selections are always just like very vibey, chill, Tamil classic songs, which is where I kind of like find myself the most. So I think that's definitely my philosophy there. I'm definitely not the most powerful dancer out there, and I'm definitely not the most like high energy choreographer. Everything is very like laid back, chill. One of my choreos that did really well was just a very like drunk styled piece, a lot of like flowy movements. I think me as a creator in general, I'm very spontaneous. I think it shows with my dance. I think it shows with my photography. All of my coolest ideas are always something that just like I'm walking down the street randomly one day and I'm like, oh, okay, like this is it. This is what I want to do. A lot of it's very last minute. It's like the second I need to do it, it'll happen. I feel like everyone's like that. Like your best essays are when you write them at like 11:55 right before they're due. That's kind of how I feel about this. It's like the pressure, the stakes, the like excitement of like having to get it done. I think that's what like pushes me. I always start with the music, blasting it through headphones to the absolute max, trying to find all of the beats that I want to hit. I think that's definitely where I want it, like where I start is like getting a feel for the music. What is the vibe? What is the groove? How am I sitting into it? And then kind of figuring out like, okay, like this is where I'm naturally moving. This is how I'm feeling the song. And then trying to fit steps that just like feel right through the entire piece. And it's back and forth. It's like sometimes I'm like, oh, I have this like step that I think is really groovy, but let me put it like in the chorus because it's a bit of a bigger step. And then I'll move things around, but eventually it'll come together. And I'm growing. I'm still learning. I think when you're like dancing through a piece and every step just like feels like it belongs and you're like can hear the music in your body. There are so many choreographers that I look up to where just like every step just reminds you of the song or even picks up parts of the songs that you didn't even notice were there. I think that is like what I'm hoping to achieve and what I'm trying to achieve, but we're working on it. I'm excited. I think it'll be fun. I've done chiller sessions, I've done like small group things, but I've never taught like a full on workshop. So I'm excited to see how it goes. I want it to be super friendly. I want it to be chill. I want like my philosophy that I talked about earlier. I really want that like fun to just be the main element of it. I'm a very laid back person. I'm not super strict. I won't yell. So I think that's how I want to approach this of just let's have a fun time. Let's learn something new. We're all learning together and we'll see if something cool comes out of it. I just hope people come out with like a smile on their face, a new friend, just like a fun little song stuck in your head in the background and something vibey that you just happen to catch yourself doing on the way back home. That's the goal. I'll start with the overall dance in New York City. It is exciting. There are so many incredibly talented people here. There are so many talented choreographers, so many talented dancers, creatives, people that are building like music videos and people that are creating choreographies that I think I will remember forever. And then creating class environments that I think I will also remember forever. So it is really exciting to be a part of that and to get to be here and be a part of this like moment in history almost where Desi dance is becoming so big. And even within that, I think like Tamil dance is becoming a big thing. I remember like my very first day in New York City, I went to a Tamil dance class and just, I was like, wow, oh my gosh, I live in New York. You can do anything here. And that's what everyone had told me. But it was never something that I expected. People were like, oh, you could do like pottery and you can go get drunk tattoos and you can have a lesbian literature club. And I'm like, but Tamil dance for some reason never clicked. And it is. There are so many teachers, so many classes, so many places to find that. And I'm excited to be one of them now. So I'm going to be teaching Gaana Fusion. Gaana is a style of music that is correlated with a style of dance, but it's truly just an incredibly historical style. It started as an almost anti-caste music form that was played at like funerals or protests even. And the themes of these songs were always about violence, police brutality, sex, anti-elite themes. And it's truly something that started from like the grounds in Chennai. And I think that is like very important, very exciting. And it's a little bit more of a slower style. It's not as high energy as Gutte. It often goes hand in hand with Gutte. But with that comes with a dance form. And that dance form is very raw and it's meant to have a lot of emotion behind it. And I think that's something that I really relate to is like having a dance that comes from somewhere, has a meaning and has an emotion behind it that you can portray. And there are themes in all of these songs, whether that's being drunk at a wedding or talking about like very important political issues. All of them have an importance. All of them have a different feeling, a different vibe, a different emotion, and that comes through in your dance. And that's something that I am really, really excited to bring here. I know we have a lot of high energy, incredible classes here, but Gaana is really not something that I've seen. And that's something that I really, really want to start bringing into the community. So the song is Ora Kannala. The workshop is kind of close to Valentine's Day, so I tried to pick a little bit more of like a lovey song. It's going to be a very, very like slow, chill groove throughout, and I'm excited to bring it to you guys. I think a moment in time that I feel fondly about is definitely just like dancing with my best friends. I think there's something about that that's like unmatched energy. Even yesterday, I like went to my best friend's birthday class, and there's something about like being in a space with other people who also love doing what you do, sharing that energy, building on that energy with each other. That's really exciting. And that's what I love the most about dancing here in New York is that I have so many friends that are also incredibly talented who bring so much energy into my life. I am still a beginner. And I will say that is I am learning, I am growing. I wouldn't even call myself a teacher. I have a choreography, I'm bringing that here, and I'm excited to see what everyone else does with my choreography. But I'm a student and I'm learning just like everybody else. And I am super, super excited to continue to grow and learn from all of the very, very talented people that are here. I really love the phrase that you use where it's, I don't do photography, I create art through photography. And that's something that I've really been trying to lean into recently is creating art through mediums and not just doing the medium itself. It's not just dancing, it's creating art through the dance. It's not just photography, it's creating art through the photography. And creating something and creating comes from having something you're passionate about and having something you care about. And for me, that's my heritage and my culture. And it's about being Tamil and it's about bringing all of that together. And so every single one of my best art pieces is always something that like ties truly to my like Tamil heritage, and it shows and it connects with people even if they're not a part of that culture, because they're learning, they're getting an eye into our world. And so that's kind of the basis of it all. And I'm not creating anything new. Everything is out there in the world. It's just like me showing people what I'm seeing in the back of my head when I see what Tamilness is. I don't know that I can define what Tamil means to me. I like grew up listening to more Tamil songs than I did English songs. I have a fondness for Tamil dance, for Tamil art through my photography. I think everything ties back to it somehow, and that could be generational. It could come from the trips that I did in India as a kid. I don't know why I'm so attached to it, but it is a huge part of me. It is like if I had to put percentages on my personality, 95% of it would be Tamil. And that's exciting. And it's exciting to be in New York and a part of this community and a part of arrambam at this time.
What is a hobby that you have that nobody knows about?
I advertise everything. Oh, I crochet.
Do you have any special talents?
Oh, I can write in Tamil. Is that a special? That should count as a special talent.
You're born and raised.
Yeah, I agree with
That's
you.
special for people.
Yeah.
But born and raised.
Thanks.
Something people won't be able to guess about you.
Something people won't be able to guess about me. Oh, I get this one a lot. A lot of people don't guess that I'm 23. I don't know if they think I'm older or younger, but never happens. I'm assuming older.
What is your favorite Tamil song to dance to?
Oh, Athangara Orathil has been stuck. I think it's the number one on my playlist every year. I need to choreograph to it.
What would the choreography be? What's that?
Oh, it's like a hip hop fusion piece.
If there's anything you can put up on a billboard in middle of Times Square, it could be anything.
Ha!
Photo.
Oh my gosh. It would definitely be my photography, actually. 100%. It'd be like one of those like massive links to my photography website and then like 3 of my like best photos.
What would be one of the photos that would definitely make it?
Oh, gosh, do people even know my photos? How would they identify? Okay, go look at my Instagram, Sona_film.bw. There's a series I did called Alangaram, which is a bunch of girls. It's 3 different girls, and they have these like huge designs on their back that I drew by hand and then photographed them. And we did this like backless sari thing. It was very risque. It was very cute, very Tamil. I think that would be the one. I'm excited. This will be fun.